3, 2, 1, go! Hello and welcome. Today we're going a little further. It's day 50. So we're going 5 kilometers and so can you. Almost everyone can run 5 kilometers unless you have some disability or something. You should be able to train your body in a way that can make you go any distance. I made a little program. It's for 6 weeks where you can get to 5 kilometers. The program is meant for people who have not previously been running. So if you're very new at running or haven't actually started yet, or if you haven't run in a long time, I'm not going to go through the entire program here, but you can find it in the description below. What I'm going to do now is explaining how to read the program and what to be aware of when you start training for a race. Before actually starting, I highly recommend signing up for an actual race, as this will keep you motivated and keep you on track. As I said, the program is 6 weeks, so if you can find a race that's 6 weeks into the future, or more or less anyway, if it's not exactly 6 weeks away, you can modify the program. I would recommend going for 7 or 8 weeks instead of 5 or 4 weeks, because your body needs to add distance. Your legs need to get stronger before you can actually compete the race. When you start training, take it slow. Use the program as it's described and don't rush it too much. You need to strengthen your legs. You need to listen to your body. Obviously, when you start running, your legs will be sore, but pay attention to that pain. What kind of pain is it? Is it muscle pain, or is it in the joints, like the hips or knees or ankles? If you're getting pain these places, you should stop going as fast and as far as you're doing. Slow down, ease in on the distance. The program is for training 3 times every week. Running once every week is better than nothing at all, but it will not really help you improve your fitness much. Obviously, twice a week is better, but it's still hard to get a routine going if you're going 2 times every week. I find that the sweet spot is 3 days. That way you can go every other day, and then you can still have an extra rest day after the 3rd training session. Rest is important, especially in the start, where your muscles are getting used to running, and be sure to get that restitution because your body needs it. There's a rule that states that you shouldn't add more than 10% to a distance every week. Obviously, when you're starting out, the first week will be infinitely more, but don't go too far too fast. It's not a good idea. You'll be sorry later, and it will put too much strain on your body. So take it easy. Once you've gotten to 5 kilometers, you can go further, and you should be able to easily train to 10 kilometers, half a marathon, and etc., depending on what your goals are and what you want to do. But in the start, make sure to take it slow. But distance is not the only parameter. When we're running, we also have speed. When exercising, we can use the pulse to determine how the workout affects our body. Mainly we talk about 5 different pulse zones. And while I won't delve into the mechanics too much in this video, you should know a little bit about not necessarily the pulse zones, but how hard your workout should be. There are 5 pulse zones, as I said. There are very light, moderate, hard, and very hard. And the 5 groups are simply a way for us to see how much of our full potential we're using at any given time. Our heart rate can be found by taking 220 and subtracting your age. That's a general rule. May not fit everyone, obviously, but if you're 20 years old, your max heart rate should be about 200. If you're 40 years old, your max heart rate should approximately be 180. This, of course, is individual, so as I said, it's a general rule. But no matter what your heart rate is, you can always work out at different loads depending on how much effort you're putting in. So very light, that would mean walking, just a brisk walk where you're comfortable and relaxed. Light is when you run and are able to speak. You should be able to hold a conversation. Imagine someone running with you, or if you actually have someone running with you, you should be able to talk together. Then we have moderate, which is when you give it just that little bit more and you're still able to talk in short sentences, but your breathing will feel affected and you will use a lot more energy. Now, how much energy you use affects what kind of training we're doing, but just know that the 2 last zones are sprinting and all-out sprint, and we're not going to use that for this program. These 2 pulse zones are used for increasing speed, and for now we don't worry about that. Once you get across that 5K finish line, you will be able to focus on getting faster. Just remember that very light is walking, light is easy running, and moderate is running. Now, I made a video about gear and the gear I'm using. I keep saying that I don't think gear is all that important, and I stand by that. But just be aware that you should get some good running shoes, because it's very important for you and your body that you protect your feet, ankle, knees and hips, because they will be strained when you start working out. I don't have a guide for buying running shoes yet, but what I recommend is going to the nearest sports outlet and talk to one of the people working there. I'm sure they will be very happy to help you and find some shoes that fit you and your running style. So that's the most important part. Get some good shoes. After that, if you want to track your running, I recommend using your phone. There are plenty of apps that can help you track distance and speed. You won't get heart rate, but I don't think that's all that important in the start, as long as you feel your way through your workout and remember the zones that you need to be in. But I use Strava for one, and there are Nike Run and a lot of other apps that can help you with monitoring your progress and your workouts, your total distance and all that. Just be sure that you actually want to use an app. It's not necessary, but some people find it motivating. But oh sweet snake. a bit of a surprise. Sorry about that. What was I got a bit confused. I totally forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah, so get an app if you want to track your progress and you feel that that's something that would motivate you. If it would stress you out more than it motivates you, I can recommend just leaving the phone at home and just ignore how fast and how far you're running and just enjoy the workout. And with that said, I think I'm pretty done with describing how to go through your first 6 weeks. Obviously, you can think about extra exercises. You can strengthen your body in other ways, doing squats and pull-ups and so forth. But it's not necessary in the start. It may put more stress on you than it should. You can also start talking about food and what diet to go on. But once again, I think that's a bit much to ask to someone who's just starting out. If you're in it for the weight loss rather than actually running, I'd recommend taking a look at what you eat rather than how much you exercise. Exercising is always good, obviously, but it may not be the best way for you to lose weight. I don't think there are any excuses to get started. Just put on those shoes and get running. That's what I'm going to do now. I still got a bit more than 2 kilometers left. I'll do a quick wrap up once I'm finished with this run. And good luck, and I hope you will enjoy the program and go a little further yourself. Meters left. We still got a bit to go, but I just wanted to add something. Now, running on a treadmill is certainly an option, and for some it's the only option, and that's fair. But getting out, getting the air, getting the sun and the sound is really worth a lot to me. It's almost as important as the run itself. Obviously, sometimes it's cold, sometimes it's wet, but just getting out is a great pleasure for me. So I wanted to add that and tell you, don't be afraid to go outside and get the exercise running outside. It's really good. And with that, I wish you the best of luck. Remember to listen to your body. Don't go too fast, don't go too far. And that should get you going to 5Ks in no time. Good luck, see you tomorrow.